Welcome to Vandalia Butler High School for tonight's regional semifinal basketball game between the Fort Loramie Redskins and the Minster Wildcats. I am Jeff Henson. Alongside me this evening is Tom Sharp, and we have a great matchup here in the Student Activity Center between two great teams, Tom. Both these teams have had great tradition as of recent years. Both teams are very competitive again, have had some great battles. Should be a good ball game tonight.
Jeff, it doesn't get any better than this, and it's a shame that this is just the regional semifinal. This is almost a state final game. Like you said, both teams very competitive. Both teams come in tonight 21-4 overall. Both teams, they played each other earlier on in the season. Minster came out ahead by 1 point. If that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what will. Again, two veteran coaches, two of the best in the area. Coach Siegel from Fort Loramie, Coach Stexelty from Minster. So this is a great atmosphere here tonight.
And it's a nice crowd. Both teams travel well. And, you know, as you mentioned, the veteran coaching, you've got Carla Siegel. She's in her Carla Siegel in her 17th season as head coach in Fort Loramie. She spent 5 years as assistant, so 22 years of service. As her team is introduced, she's not only won 2 state titles, but also won nearly 78% of her ball games. Currently has a record of 346 wins and just 99 losses. Again, 2-time state champion, and they are the defending Class 4. Sorry, that was the Minster starting lineups. And now the starting lineups for Fort Loramie. And we'll recap the Minster starters. Taylor Gasson, number 10. Caitlin Lubke wears number 20. Number 33, Jessica Berger. Number 41, Katie Hoyne. And number 43, Holly Fry. Minster starters are number 5, Lindsay Rechterman. Number 10, Leanne Hilsman. Number 14, Rosie Westerbeck. Number 21, Hannah Schmidtmeyer. Number 30, Courtney Pranger. And before we have our starting lineups, we'll go through our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Bud's, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference.
Jeff, first off, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Minster Wildcats, they must defend Berger. Jessica Berger, she does it all for the Redskins. A great player, great knowledge of the game. Wildcats also need to rebound well. They need to control the boards, both offensively and defensively. For Fort Loramie, they need to score in their second half set. In other words, when they have the ball, be patient on offense, work the ball around, create the scoring opportunities. They also need to defend well. They need to create havoc of the Minster guards, create the turnovers.
Thank you very much for that. And we're ready here for a opening tip-off. Fort Loramie, the home team tonight, in the white jerseys, black numbers trimmed in red. Minster, the road jerseys, the black jerseys in orange lettering trimmed in white. And Minster with the very first possession. They are coached by Nan Stetscholde in her 27th season. She also has won 2 state titles in her great career at Minster. She's winning nearly 70% of her games, and the game's first turnover goes against the Wildcats as the ball slips through Hannah Schmidtmeyer's hands, out of bounds, and the Redskins will have their first possession here.
And again, right there, part of the key, create havoc. That's what they just did defensively for the Redskins. Created havoc, caused the first turnover to go against the Wildcats.
Entry pass inside for Hoyne. It is stolen, so both teams opening possession turnovers. And Minster, again, will go back to work facing a man-to-man defense by the Fort Loramie Redskins.
And again, Jeff, I think that was one of those things where Coach Siegel wanted to be patient, run the offense. Right idea, but maybe just a little bit too early for that. Run the offense, work the ball around.
Wildcats offense right now stuck on the perimeter. They've yet to really get the ball, except for right there, a left-handed shot off the mark by Westerbeck, and it's rebounded by the Redskins. And so tough start here for the Minster offense, and Fort Loramie now just their second possession as we play just over a minute 15 seconds here in this first quarter. Going hard to the basket, finding a crease is Fry. She misses a shot, and Westerbeck with the rebound.
Yeah, excellent move there by Fry. Little tough shot there. She brought it into the paint. That shot looked like it got blocked.
Pranger, nice move to the basket. Her shot is blocked. Loramie with the rebound in transition. Taylor Gasson, number 10, the first bucket of the game. Assist from Jessica Berger. And quickly, Westerbeck down the court for the Wildcats. They get the ball into Pranger. Her soft jumper off the mark. Offensive rebound by Rechterman, no good. And it'll be a whistle. And the Redskins will give it back as they touch the ball while out of bounds. So another chance here for the Wildcats.
And there we go, controlling the boards. Offensive board there for the Wildcats. Keeping the possession alive.
Another look down into Pranger this time. Off the glass and in.
I think that's exactly what the Wildcats need to do. They need to get Courtney Pranger involved in this game. So far, they've had the possession twice, well, 3 times, first one turnover, but the last 2, they did get her involved. Of course, she's not going to make every shot. We don't expect her to make every shot.
Berger with an open shot off the mark, rebounded by Courtney Pranger. She made the last bucket for the Wildcats. She'll bring the ball all the way down the coast to coast. Full court layup, if you will. Pranger back-to-back basket. She now has 4 points. 6-foot freshman, good start here. Nice backdoor cut.
Oh, that was beautiful right there. That's exactly what the Redskins needed. There was a response to the 2 or 4 unanswered points from the Wildcats.
Assist from Katie Hoyne. Basket for Jessica Berger. Berger leads the team in scoring at 15 points a game. Pranger leads the Wildcats at just over 10 points a game. Westerbeck from 16, count it.
Wow, that was a tough shot there by Rosie Westerbeck. Takes a step back and puts the shot up and drills it.
Leanne Hillsman had put a little bit of pressure on Taylor Gasson. Luckily, the Redskins able to get it in before the 5-second count. Man-to-man defense being applied by the Wildcats. Up top now, Redskins back to Lupke. Ball between Fry's legs, and coming up with it is Berger. Top down pass off of the hands of Katie Hoyne. That's a turnover. Multiple substitutions in for the Redskins. 23, 12, and 32 into the lineup. So that's Olivia Quinter, Maddie Brandewie, and Hattie Meyer. And also for the Minster Wildcats, number 22, Allie Borgerdine into the ball game. So both teams with some subs here as we have approached nearly the midway point of the first quarter. Pranger off the glass, no good. Good defense by the Redskins, good rebound by the Redskins, and they push the ball up to Berger. Nice back door pass, and it's swatted out of bounds by Pranger. It will stay with Fort Loramie. Good hustle play by Courtney Pranger, hustling down the court. Good pass by Berger, although the Redskins couldn't capitalize. They'll get another look as coming in for the Wildcats is number 3, Allie Fisher. So the ball underneath the Redskins basket. Having trouble getting in. They look for Berger. She can't get it, and a quick whistle, jump ball. Possession arrow will go over to...
Yeah, I think it'll go over to...
Should stay with the Redskins.
Yeah, you're right, it will.
So Fort Loramie, again, the home team tonight, the white jerseys. Minster, the road team, the black jerseys. Entry pass into Berger, she kicks out. Meyer, shot off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Pranger comes away with it.
You know, going back to that inbound pass there before, Jeff, Fort Loramie had that problem last week, too, in their district championship game, getting the ball inbounds.
Fisher with the ball up top. Pass into Pranger again. And before the shot, she will shuffle the feet. Turnover against the Wildcats. And Redskins will have the ball with 3:28 left on the first quarter scoreboard. Minster on top 6-4.
That's exactly what the Wildcats wanted to do. They got the ball to Courtney. Unfortunately, just shuffled her feet, turned the ball over. But again, I think that's not exactly what they need to keep doing.
Berger with the basketball, looking for the pick and roll. They get it down to Fry. Pranger knocks it out of bounds as Berger and Fry try to work together and back into the ball game for the Redskins. number 10 Gasson back in, and also number 41 Hoyne in for the lineup again for the Redskins. So each team rotating through their lineup. Nice move, left-handed shot by Brandon, no good. Minster comes away with the ball. So right now the defense winning the battle is a backcourt foul committed against number 32, Hattie Meyer. Her first foul of the game, Tom, as we played nearly 5 minutes.
Yeah, we played, like you said, nearly 5 minutes, and the first whistle for a foul. That's just the first team foul, obviously, and Wildcats will inbound the ball near midcourt.
Number 12, Haley Boimer into the contest as well. So a number of players getting action here in this first quarter. Defense right now with the advantage, both teams' defenses. Just 10 total points scored. Westerbeck jump stop or step through shot, no good. Rebounded by the Redskins, Katie Hoyne, and Fort Loramie with a chance to tie.
Yeah, ball's loose on the floor, they turn it over.
Quinter had to go off of her foot. That's a turnover. Minster now with numbers a bit, push up the sideline. Good job by Fort Loramie hustling back to force Minster to go under half-court set. Both teams like to get steals and score in transition. It's always easier when you have the numbers. And that ball will be out of bounds. And
yeah, Minster's going to give it right back to them as they throw it out of bounds.
Number 5, Lindsay Rechterman back into the ball game. Number 43 for Fort Loramie, Holly Fry back in for the Redskins.
That was the third turnover for Minster, 4 turnovers for Fort Loramie.
Another nice pass by Berger. Good head and shoulder fake by Katie Hoyne. And
yeah, a lot of credit there on that fake. Really did the job for her to put that in on her second attempt right there after the fake.
Assist from Berger. She averages nearly 4 assists a game and not only scores the ball and rebounds, but also passes well. Rechterman shot no good. Rebounded by the Redskins. Quinter pass inside to Fry is stripped away, and the whistle will be a held ball. That'll be a Minster possession. Turnover against the Redskins. That's back in for the for the Wildcats is Leanne Hillsman, number 10, and also Courtney Pringer, number 30.
That's now the 5th turnover here in this first quarter.
6-6 your score here as we approach the final minute and a half from Vandalia Butler High School. Regional semifinal action between the Redskins and the Wildcats. Minster nearly throws it away, and now they will throw it away. A pressure defense forcing the bad pass.
And again, it's like what we said, cause havoc, and that's exactly what the Redskin defense is doing.
Taking them out of their offense a bit, and really both teams have really created havoc, if you will, for each offense. It's been a difficult for the offenses to get any open looks. As you mentioned, the number of turnovers already that pretty much the defense has caused them. Foul on Pringer as she was guarding Hoyne.
And obviously that's going to be her first and the first against the Wildcats.
In for the Wildcats, Rosie Westerbeck. She will replace Boimer. Underneath their own basket, and we'll see once again, Fort Loramie, as you mentioned, Tom, has had trouble with the inbounds play. This time, not as much trouble. Another nice pass by the Redskins. Maybe not overpassing, but the pass just in the wrong spot. They had an open girl on the backside, but can't quite find her. Turnover against Fort Loramie.
Yeah, they tried to get it down to Katie Hoyne. I don't think Katie was quite expecting it. So that's the 6th turnover now for the Redskins.
Under 60 seconds to go. Your score 6-6. Minster with the ball. It's been a while since they've scored. They got a couple buckets off Pringer back-to-back, but since that time, they've been held scoreless. Pringer going out the glass.
Nice, aggressive move.
Tough shot, kind of going against her body to the left, but able to get off the bank board. Pringer with 6 first quarter points. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot taken by Lukey is blocked, rebounded by Hoyne. Her shot is missed and will go out of bounds over to the Wildcats. So Fort Loramie had a blocked shot, but good heads-up play by Hoyne. Seen the shot was blocked, but couldn't finish or capitalize. A team rebound for the Wildcats. So Schmidtmeyer, number 21, back into the ball game for Coach Stetscholde. 22 seconds to go. Full court pressure being applied by the Redskins. Hillsman will be hounded by Brandewie. They break the pressure. We'll have to go to offense work pretty quickly here. We're under 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Westerbeck steps through off to the glass. No good. Nice move. Shot at the buzzer by Westerbeck is in. Offensive stick back by Westerbeck at the buzzer, and that's your first quarter buzzer after 8 minutes of basketball here at Butler High School. It's Minster 10, Fort Loramie 6. You're watching girls regional semifinal basketball on NKTelco Sports.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
Moeller Trucking is an experienced family-owned and operated company that's been in business for over 30 years. We have a full-service fleet with top-of-the-line equipment, serving many nationally recognized clients. We are currently looking for experienced, hard-working, over-the-road drivers that will secure our low 10% turnover rate. We offer great pay, great benefits, frequent home time, and flexible requested time off. Our way of saying thanks to our remarkable employees. We work with you, so you can work with us.
Welcome back. Second quarter action getting ready to start. After 8 minutes of action, it's Minster on top 10-6. A defensive battle, Tom, in the first quarter. Number of turnovers, but Minster comes up with some big play by Courtney Pringer scoring, and then a stick back near the buzzer by Westerbeck to finish the quarter.
Yeah, big bucket there, right there at the end of the quarter by Westerbeck on an offensive putback, offensive board. But again, like you said, defensively, really the key so far to this game. Both teams playing excellent defense, causing quite a few turnovers.
Shot by Berger, no good. They got another nice pass in the interior, but could not capitalize. Rechterman, her shot off the mark. Berger with the basketball. Look for her to go the whole way here. She's 1-on-2, lowers ahead, and the ball is stripped out of bounds and will stay with Fort Loramie. I believe Schmidtmeyer got a hand on it.
Yeah, I believe it was Hannah Schmidtmeyer that got a hand on it. It was out of bounds off of Schmidtmeyer, so will stay with the Redskins.
Interior pass, rebounded by Fry. Back-to-back shots, no good. Boy, breakdown by Minster defensively as Fry got the entry pass but could not finish. A couple looks, and Minster fortunate, Tom.
Yeah, big break
Fort Loramie
there.
didn't get a basket there, so Fort Loramie's missed some interior shots recently, and they've been stuck on 6 for some time.
They had a couple opportunities there to score. They couldn't capitalize on it. Like I said, there's a big break there for the Wildcats.
Nearly a steal, and it is a steal. Olivia Quinter, steal and score for Quinter. She didn't play in the first meeting this year that Minster won by 1. She missed 6 games with mono. Coach Siegel said she would play a ton of minutes, and boy, she made her presence known there with the steal in the basket, but Pringer answers back. Nice move by Pringer. Minster scores, and boy, quickly down the court, assist Berger, basket Fry. Offense is now starting to heat up a bit, but Tom, both those buckets for Fort Loramie have come in transition.
Yeah, you're exactly right. In transition. Wildcats did not get back after scoring that bucket by Pringer, and the Redskins capitalized on it.
Right now, Fort Loramie's backed off the pressure a little bit. Maybe even went to zone 1-2-2. Maybe trying to keep the ball out of Pringer's hands. They've had pretty good luck forcing turnovers into man-to-man, but when Pringer's been able to get it, Tom, she's been able to score. She already has 8 first-half points.
Yeah, last time they got it to her on the wing, and she took about 3 dribbles right down to the bucket. and scored. A little bit of contact, but that didn't bother her any.
Westerbeck three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound, Prenger muscles around Fry, or Hoyne. There goes Fry. Prenger in double figures with 10. Offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Minster, Tom, also possibly going to a zone. They've got Prenger up top, try to keep the ball on one side, and Westerbeck will foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Rosie Westerbeck there going through the player instead of around to try to swat the ball away.
One thing about that zone defense, if Prenger's on top, they've got a 6-foot defender up top, which may help the Redskins rebounding-wise underneath. At the same time, it may make the guards have a tough time reversing the basketball.
It's the first foul against Westerbeck, just the second team foul against the Wildcats, and we still have one team foul against the Redskins.
Now Minster, man-to-man defense. That ball stolen away by Hannah Schmidtmeyer. Another turnover for the Redskins. Minster with a 4-point lead. The biggest lead of the game has been 4.
Turnover number 8.
Westerbeck's pass deflected. Stolenberger, nice pass up court. Quinter is fouled. Good move on the left side. And Quinter will try to go to the foul line. Take another look at it here on our replay.
That foul went against Rechterman. It's her first, the third against the Wildcats.
Quinter's free throw off the mark. Quinter shooting under 50% from the free throw line. Has had a nice comeback following that time. She missed 6 games, as I mentioned earlier. Did not play in the first meeting that Minster won by 1 point, 46-45. Has made a presence tonight with a steal and basket, now a free throw. 3 points for Olivia Quinter. It's a 3-point Minster lead. Rechterman stops. She'll have to pull it back. She pass out to her teammate is nearly stolen. Minster will reset. Fort Loramie back into man-to-man defense. And right now, for the Wildcats, Prenger is out of the game, so that might be a reason why Fort Loramie went back to man-to-man. Rechterman with the basketball. Over to Hillsman. Minster right now being very patient on their offense.
Almost a turnover there. Hillsman saved it right in front of the Loramie bench.
Westerbeck resets the offense. Borgerton gets it into Schmidtmeyer. She runs into our Fort Loramie Redskins. Call that a turnover. Berger on the other end. Jump stop, left hand, and gets it to drop. Jessica Berger with the big basket. Good job, Tom, using left hand, avoiding the block shot and drawing the foul.
Yeah, that's a big time play right there. As she made the bucket, got fouled. Now she's going to go to the line, possibly tie the ball game up.
She does. She's a 75% free throw shooter on the season. Big bucket here as the Redskins have scored 4 points unanswered. Berger having a great year again. Shelby County Player of the Year, averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And as I mentioned, shooting very good from the free throw line at 75%. Tie game here as we've just gone under the halfway point of the second quarter and a Minster turnover.
Yeah, that's the 7th turnover now for the Wildcats.
For the most part, Tom, both teams' defenses have done very well, except for a few breakdowns here and there where the offenses have scored. It's been tough going. Fort Loramie's gotten maybe the benefit, Tom, of buckets in transition or the opportunity to go to the foul line because they were fouled in transition. Backdoor pass, deflected off of Rechterman, and it will stay with Fort Loramie. Prenger comes back into the game. Westerbeck, it might be her first break of the night, takes a seat with 3:35 to go. Ball in the Fry, knocked away. Quinter's shot hard off the glass, rebounded by the Wildcats. Good move by Quinter. She went hard to the basket, and good defense by Quinter here, creating the turnover against Rechterman.
It'll stay with Minster.
So that avoids a turnover. The possession arrow favors the Wildcats. And Hillsman will bring it up again. It's 10 on 10 now. Hillsman versus Gasson. Two young ladies who battled out tonight. Right now the Wildcats need a basket. It's been a while since they've scored. Borgerding in trouble, finds Schmidtmeyer. There's a foul under the basket. It's going to be against Fort Loramie. I believe it's Holly Fry. A little too much body against Courtney Prenger. Her first foul, the Wildcats with the basketball. Rechterman from 15, it goes 15.
Yeah, badly needed bucket there for the Wildcats. Rechterman, basically a free throw, makes it count. They've been on a dry spell. Now a turnover for Fort Loramie.
Boy, Fort Loramie's really utilized the backdoor cut tonight. That's 3 or 4 times they've gone backdoor. Haven't scored on all of them, but Minster playing tight defense up top has allowed those backdoor cuts to be available.
That's 10 turnovers now for the Redskins.
Allie Fisher, 5'4" sophomore, in for the Wildcats, and checking out is Lindsay Rechterman. Full court pressure again being applied by the Redskins. Fisher with the basketball. Over to Hillsman, and she will go to work here with a half-court set. Fisher just inside the three-point line. No good, and it's knocked off of Schmidtmeyer out of bounds. It'll go over to the Redskins.
Yeah, not a bad shot there by Fisher. She was open, a shot that she can definitely make. It's worth the attempt, just goes right around the rim and falls out.
Berger gets it inside, and she is fouled. So Berger just beating the Wildcats to the spot. And boy, when she gets the ball that close, no mistake what she wants to do and knows how to get it done. Quick turn to the basket, scores her 7th point. As a personal foul goes against number 22, Allie Borgerding. This will be the second three-point opportunity of the quarter for Berger. She was successful on the first try and complete. So Berger coming alive here in the second quarter now with 8 points. All 6 of them have come here in the past couple minutes. Fort Loramie a 17-16 lead. This might be the first lead time they've had in a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
Trying to think who even scored the first bucket of the game. But they've come back. It was a 4-point Minster lead. They've come back. There's another turnover by the Wildcats. Good defense by the Redskins. And Berger will be fouled again. Well, good things happen when you get it in 33's hands.
Oh, absolutely, especially like that in transition. She's going to go back to the line again, this time just to shoot 2. It's the second foul on Rechterman.
Berger on the year in 25 games has made 100 free throws. That one rattles in. She shot 133, so she's making at least 4 free throws a game and has not missed tonight. She's now 3 for 3, 75% on the season. This to give Fort Loramie their biggest lead. Is right now it's a 2-point lead. And now it's a 3-point cushion. Fort Loramie has outscored Minster in the second quarter 13-6.
There's going to be another turnover.
Well, you talked about, Tom, the keys of the game. Defense creating havoc, and first quarter, both teams' defenses have really created havoc, but here in the second quarter, Fort Loramie's defense has really been more superior. They've created a lot of turnovers against the Wildcats, and
it's 10 turnovers for the Wildcats. I think we're going to have a foul here, an offensive foul here.
Team control foul. Must have been an illegal screen against 32, Patty Meyer. Did not see that.
I didn't either.
For Fort Loramie, it's her 3rd foul. Minster has 16 fouls. Fisher now, again, being guarded by Gasson. Close to a 5 count. Backdoor cut for the Wildcats. Works out. Westerbeck, tough shot. Without the glass, Westerbeck scores the 18-point and tips the ball away here. Boy, the Redskins are always looking to pass the ball. Try to get something with the defense not quite set. Quinter takes the ball out under no pressure, gets it into Gasson. Under a minute 20 to go here until halftime. 19-18 your score. Fort Loramie on top. Good baseline pass. Quinter kicks back out. Berger for 3. Rattles home. Jessica Berger having a great second quarter. Her 16th made three-point shot on the season. Doesn't shoot the 3 ball extremely well, but boy, she's in a rhythm now where she's on fire.
She got off to a slow start in this game, but has really opened it up here in this second quarter. Now the Wildcats in trouble, forced to call a timeout here in this closing seconds here of the quarter. So 30-second timeout. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors: St. Mary's Trucking, Moeller Trucking, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, Fowler's TV, New Knoxville Supply, Orthopedic Associates of Southwest Ohio, 4U Office Supply, NKTelco Sports, and Wagner's IGA. And on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard, Redskins with the lead, 22-18.
Thank you, Tom, and again, thank you to those fine sponsors that allow us to bring you this. And tonight it's girls regional semifinal basketball between the Wildcats and the Redskins. So timeout by Coach Stetschulde, her first of the game. She has 4 left. Had to do that to avoid a possible turnover, and down by 4, didn't want to give up a transition, a bucket to Fort Loramie in transition, and Fort Loramie comes back with a 1-2-2 zone. So Minster will spend some time here and kind of reset. Jessica Berger up top on that zone defense. And under 30 seconds to go, Minster apparently is quite content now, maybe just to take the last shot. It's been a good second quarter for Fort Loramie.
Yeah, don't give them another opportunity. Like you said, it's been a very good quarter here for the Redskins. We approach 10 seconds left to go.
They've got to get going. It's under 8. 6. Schmidtmeyer, shot is off the mark. Westerbeck, back-to-back buzzer beaters to end the quarter. Rosie Westerbeck gives the Minster Wildcats a little bit of momentum as they head to the locker room, but it's the Fort Loramie Redskins with a good second quarter on top right now of the Wildcats, 22-20. We'll take a break and come back with second half action here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
NKTelco Sports, Ohio's leading sports broadcasting company, is dedicated to sports coverage, filming over 120 collegiate and high school sporting events that bring quality content and excellent sportsmanship to the big screen. Team up with us as an NKTelco sponsor and receive many benefits: commercials that will be seen by thousands of viewers, multiple name mentions, live web ads, monthly bill stuffers, and discounted network ad insertion spots. Packages are available for any budget. Contact us today.
Innovation, it's all around us. NKTelco developed a fiber network in our communities over 10 years ago when the competitors were only thinking about it. Increasing bandwidth to make it convenient for the whole family to enjoy online entertainment and gaming. With our IPTV solution, you can enjoy over 80 HD channels, providing quality TV and movies for the whole family, and even take them on the go with our Watch TV Everywhere app. All this from a company that believes in local customer service from people you know and trust. NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Hello? Anybody home? This bed's too soft. This bed's too hard.
That one? It's from Francis Furniture.
I like it.
Find your just right at Francis Furniture.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony Home Management System. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me, and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
Your employees are your most valuable asset. Protect them by stopping copier violence. 4U Office provides a full line of quality printers and copiers that keeps your team working efficiently and safely.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Loramie, and now New Bremen.
Hello? I've been in an accident. My van's not drivable, and I have my kids, and they need to get to school,
Ma'am.
but I can't.
Ma'am, relax. We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
At Sydney Body Car Star, we don't just take care of your vehicle, we take care of you. With Enterprise Rent-A-Car on site, we get you back to your daily routine with minimal interruptions, returning your car and your family back to normal. Sydney Body Car Star. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Take a drive to the premier Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership at Bud's in Salina. Enjoy our huge inventory, including the Ram 1500, Jeep, and Chrysler Town & Country. Top-rated Ram dealer in the surrounding area. Convenient 6-day service center with Saturday hours, Monday through Thursday until 8 p.m. Bud's has an extensive business link vehicle offering with the Ram ProMaster 4500, 5500 truck series. Stop by Bud's today at Route 127 in Salina.
Welcome back to Vandalia Butler High School, the Student Activity Center. We're at halftime with Fort Loramie on top of Minster 22-20 with our first half stats. Here's Tom Sharp.
Thanks, Jeff. And like we said in the get-go, it's going to be a defensive ball game here, and that's exactly what it's been. Wildcats are 10 of 20 from the field, 0 for 1 from behind the arc. They have not been to the free throw line at all in that first half. They committed 10 turnovers, 9 rebounds. Redskins were 7 of 19 that first half, hit 1 3-pointer. They were 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 11 turnovers. Both teams in the double-digit column for the turnovers, but again, a very defensive-minded game, and that's exactly the way we thought it would be.
Yeah, probably about the only difference is Fort Loramie's been able to get a few more baskets in transition and also take advantage of going in transition, being fouled and getting some free throws to drop. So second half action underway. The Redskins, the white shirts, the Wildcats in the black shirts. Important moments here this third quarter as teams don't want to come out sluggish, want to get a good start to the second half. And right now, Fort Loramie has held the ball for about the first 30 seconds. And Minster's defense has been good. Another backdoor cut. Berger nearly travels, able to get out to her teammate Lupke. Her shot is missed. Minster now their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, excellent job there on the boards by the Wildcats. But like you said, again, another one of those backdoor cuts that Berger passed back out, great shot.
Well, nearly stolen. Westerbeck able to keep possession. Man-to-man defense being applied by the Redskins. They played a little zone in the first half. They're man-to-man here to start the second half. Prenger finds a crease.
Wow, was that tough.
Didn't need a lot of room, but found enough room. Prenger now with 12 points, and we have a tie game.
Yeah, that was a very tough shot as she was able to get between the two defenders and put one up.
Offensive rebound by Fry. Her shot is missed and she is fouled. So Fry rebounds the Lupke miss and will be rewarded with free throws here. Second chance opportunity.
And that foul goes against Prenger.
Her second foul. Yep. Fry on the season, 68% accuracy from the free throw line. Misses the first one. Fry averages just under 10 points a game. She's at 9.8. Also pulls down 5 rebounds for the 5'9" senior as substitutes for the Redskins. Coach Siegel sends in 12 and 23, Quinter and Brandewie. Fry to try here on her second attempt to give Fort Loramie their first second half points and give them the 1-point lead. And it rattles out. Rebounded by Schmidtmeyer. She loses the handle. Good ball movement. Basket by Jessica Berger. As give the asterisk there to Maddie Brandewie. She knocked the ball away from Schmidtmeyer and recovered and got the assist as Berger scores her 15th point.
There's going to be a foul. I believe that's going to go against Fry.
Berger had a soft, quiet first quarter, but has come up big in the second, and so far here in the third. Foul goes against Maddie
they gave it to Brandewie.
3-point shot taken by Hillsman, no good. Minster commits the foul. Good block out by the Redskins. Prenger, boy, back to 3 fouls now on Prenger.
Right,
so
yes, that's big right there. She's going to go to the bench.
She sits down with the 12 points and the 3 personal fouls at the 6-12 mark. We'll see once if Fort Loramie changes any type of defense or if they maybe feel more confident going into the glass now on the offensive end. But Minster making it tough even to make that first pass. And that's what good teams do, Tom. They play such good defense. It's so hard to, for the point guards to start the offense. It's difficult to pass to the wing. Fort Loramie's executed a lot of backdoor cuts tonight. Berger with the basketball. Gets up to Brandewie, over to Gaston, and under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Offensive foul.
Now we're going the other way.
Holly Fry trying to post up. called for hooking with her elbow. It appears is the gesture I received from the official, or that we saw. So Fry picks up her second foul. Long pass down the court. Boy, Fry read that one almost like a defensive back or a safety and came a long way. And
one of those
Minster,
dangerous passes.
Yes, Minster fortunate she didn't catch that in stride, and well, she had all of her momentum going towards her basket. Hillsman again being guarded by Gasson. Reckerman now back to Hillsman as Minster playing without their 6-foot freshman right now. She's on the bench with 3 fouls. Hillsman is fouled by Gasson. A little too much body action as Hillsman went to the basket.
It's going to be her first, team's third.
Minster gets it inbounds, and they will reset again on offense here. Each team has scored 2 points in the half. Reckerman trying to find a crease. Cut off turnaround jumper in the interior. Nice move.
Yeah, nice move, nice spin move. Banks it off the glass, 2 points.
5'9" junior scores her 4th point. She averages just over 8 points a game. Big basket for the Wildcats it was, as it now ties up the score. Nice move by Holly Fry. Misses the shot. Offensive rebound basket by Maddie Brandewie. Fry had a nice move to the basket, missed it, but boy, teammate Maddie Brandewie comes up with a big offensive rebound and basket.
Yeah, like you said, big offensive rebound. Cap that off with the bucket.
Minster nearly loses it. Able to recover the ball and will reset their offense. Minster on the season 21-4. Fort Loramie 22-4. These two teams have each won 2 state titles. Fort Loramie, your defending 4 state champion, as Reckerman's shot is blocked, rebounded by Westerbeck. Tough shot for Hillsman. It's no good. Berger with the rebound, and see once she goes coast to coast, she will pause momentarily. Is that one off of her shin? And
yeah, it goes off of her leg there, and out of bounds. Turnover for the Redskins.
Mentioned Fort Loramie, your defending 4 state tournament champs. They won it also in 2013. For Minster, they've won a state title twice, 2004 and also 1998. Both those state titles separated by 6 years, and if you throw it in, I'm sorry, they were at state also in 2010, so every 6 years, the past 3 times, Minster has made it to state. They've got a tough opponent here to overcome just to get to the regional finals. As Tommy mentioned earlier, it's a shame this is not a state game. Block called on the Redskins, number 12.
It's Quinter.
Quinter picks up the foul.
It's her first, the 4th.
Both these teams have demonstrated very good teams throughout the past seasons, and Reckerman's shot is blocked, rebounded by the Redskins, and someone's going home tonight, and someone will advance to the regional championship game that will be played here Saturday at 7:30. NKTelco will be here to cover that game. Jessica Berger, her pass knocked away by Schmidtmeyer, stolen by Westerbeck. Turnover committed by the Redskins.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions now for the Redskins, resulting in turnovers. Wildcats just can't capitalize on them.
Westerbeck forcing her way through. Can't get it to drop. Held ball. Possession arrow will stay with the Wildcats, so Minster will get another look at it. Boy, tough shot for Westerbeck.
It was.
Maybe trying to hope for a foul, but Fort Loramie did a good job staying up, didn't lean over. And
yeah, hoping for a foul, kind of forcing it a little bit. But a break there for the Wildcats as the possession arrow keeps it in their favor.
Keep an eye on this. Berger goes out of the game. And there's the turnovers, a chance in transition. Schmidtmeyer chasing down Fry. Holly Fry, though, good jump stop.
Good jump stop, good pump fake, and the defender went right over, and she laid it right in.
4-point lead for the Redskins. Again, baskets in transition have been so important tonight because in half court, these teams have really defensively made the offensive struggle.
Almost another turnover there against the Wildcats.
Borgerdine is fouled, I believe, and that might be the third on Fry.
Yeah, that's going to be her third.
And quickly getting off the bench is number 41, Katie Hoyne.
Fifth against the Redskins.
Fry goes out, and boy, Berger did not sit down long. She will come back in.
Oh, no.
About a 30-second time clock, if you will. She went out just under 3 minutes. She comes back at the 2:24 mark. Berger in no foul trouble. She's 15 points, no fouls for number 33. Westerbeck step back from 18. Off the mark, no good. Number 40, Abby Holthouse into the game. Good rebound by Abby, 5'10 sophomore. Katie Hoyne's shot, no good. Held ball will keep it with the Redskins. Haley Boimer in for Rectorman with 2:07 left. Fort Loramie, another chance here following their missed shot to try to capitalize on this offensive possession. Berger nearly lost it, able to keep possession, steps through. Her shot, no good. Schmidtmeyer will have it go off of her hands. It will stay with Fort Loramie. Tough break for the Wildcats. Schmidtmeyer just couldn't get her hands completely on it and knocks it out of bounds.
Had the ball, but like you said, just couldn't quite corral it in.
Ball nearly knocked away as Berger able to snatch it away from the Wildcats. Borgerdine right now trying to defend Berger. She draws double team. And a timeout for Coach Siegel. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here and go through our sponsors. Tom, go ahead.
They are St. Mary's Trucking, Moeller Trucking, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco Sports, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, Fowler's TV, New Knoxville Supply, Orthopedic Associates of Southwest Ohio, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, and our replay sponsor, Sydney Body Car Star, and of course, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Salina sponsored our keys to the game. And on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard, Redskins 28, Wildcats 24.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you again for those fine sponsors that allow us to bring you this. And this is regional semifinal basketball. Boy, the referee hands the ball in quickly before the Wildcats really get back on defense. And Berger, a big-time jumper off of 1 foot. Berger now with 17, 2 above her season average.
Gets the lucky bounce. Biggest lead now, 6 for the Redskins and a turnover.
Turnover, Katie Lubke comes up with the deflection and the steal. Boy, a big possession here for the Redskins offense. They can really take momentum. If they can increase this lead to 8 or more, they have the ball. They've played very well in the second and third quarter offensively. Berger for 3, off the mark, no good. And with the defensive rebound is Allie Borgerdine. So Minster
big possession here.
Survives their turnover, as that could have been a huge shot if Berger knocks down the triple. Under 60 seconds to go.
Wildcats need a bucket.
Ball knocked away and nearly turned over. Instead, it'll be a foul against the Minster Wildcats. Number 12, Haley Boimer. I think Coach Stutschulde was hoping that Berger stepped out of bounds before the foul, but it was seen the other way, the foul first. And with 49 seconds to go in the third quarter, Fort Loramie again is going to have a chance to build upon the 6-point lead. The biggest lead by either team of this game has been the 6 points right now. Remember, Minster has Courtney Pringer on the bench with 3 fouls. Also Holly Fry for Fort Loramie on the bench with 3 fouls. And that ball will be held. It will go over to the Wildcats. Good job by number 22, Allie Borgerdine.
Yeah, excellent job there. Now you got 33 seconds. Absolutely plenty of time here to get a decent shot off.
Westerbeck with the basketball. Savannah Luthman, number 54, into the Wildcat lineup.
Still plenty of time, down to 12 seconds.
3-point shot by Borgarding, no good. A foul, and that'll go against the Wildcats. I believe it'll be number 54, Savannah Luthman. 5'10" junior picks up her first foul, the fourth Minster team foul. And with 7 seconds to go, the Wildcats will back up, and this will give the Redskins plenty of time, especially with the ball in the hands of Jessica Berger. She's going to have a lot of time to get set here. Oh, nice hands.
Nice job.
Borgarding. Oh, nice shot. It would have counted for 3. It doesn't drop. That's the third quarter buzzer. After 3 quarters of action, it's Fort Loramie 30. Minster 24. You're watching girls regional basketball semifinal action on NKTelco Sports.
Our communities are filled with history, culture, and ambition. People who put others first. We are a bank that is defined by what we do, not just who we are. We build relationships. We grow businesses. We support communities. We advise the people that matter most to us, our customers. Stop in at any of our 5 locations, sign up for internet banking, or download our mobile app to better serve you. We can assist you with your next loan, personal accounts, investments, or business needs. Think first. First National Bank. Member FDIC.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
Welcome back. It's fourth quarter action. The Redskins outscore the Wildcats 8-4 and grow their 2-point halftime lead to 6.
Yeah, it was a big quarter there for Fort Loramie. Like you said, outscored the Wildcats. Now the Redskins up by 6 and have the ball to start out.
In for the lineup for the Minster Wildcats, number 30, Courtney Pringer, playing with 3 fouls. Fry sits yet for Fort Loramie with 3 fouls. Minster's man-to-man defense here. A basket or any type of point by the Redskins would be the biggest lead of the game. Berger gets help from a screen, muscles her way through. Shot deflected and rebounded by Schmidtmeyer. Schmidtmeyer drags the back foot. Pressure by the Redskins. It was really difficult for Schmidtmeyer, being right-handed, trying to go up left side of the court and make that pass with the right hand to the middle, caused her to drag the back foot.
Yeah, excellent job there defensively for the Wildcats, but then, like you said, they're bringing the ball down. Oh, excellent play to get it inbounds.
Wow, not sure how that opened with a good pass from distance. That was a long cross-court pass diagonally. How Berger got open that quick, not real sure, but boy, she made a good effort and gets fouled in the act against Hannah Schmidtmeyer, her first foul. And Berger hits the free throw. Berger now with 18 points. And a 7-point Fort Loramie lead. Holly Fry into the contest now for Fort Loramie. Jessica Berger nails both free throws, 8-point lead. Minster, as every possession becomes critical, really needs to score. They only scored 4 points in the third quarter. Rechterman finds an avenue. Her shot off the mark. No good. Rebounded by the Redskins. Tough angle for Rechterman to get it in and can't quite get it to drop. Jessica Berger's long 2-point shot, no good. And the turnover against Holly Fry. She lost her footing, and I should say she traveled first and then went to the ground. So turnover against the Redskins.
A lot of turnovers both ways for both clubs here. That's the 16th turnover for Fort Loramie, 14 for the Wildcats.
Well, both defenses, no, it's not by accident. Those defenses really force a lot of turnovers. Nearly another one, but the bounce pass got through to Rechterman, and Minster now will reset. Pranger is fouled. She will go to the free throw line. That personal foul will go against number 41, Katie Hoyne. For Hoyne,
yeah, that's just her first
foul. Big free throws here for the 6-foot freshman. Shooting just over 53% on the season. Leads your team in scoring at 10.3 a game. Hits the first free throw. Also leads the team in rebounding. They're basically tied with Schmidtmeyer, each with 7 rebounds a game. Minster hasn't scored a lot in the second half, just their 5th point. Second shot off the mark, rebounded by Quinter. Fort Loramie, again, will be offensively try to get it into Berger's hands, at least one touch. Nice pass to the interior. Fry misses it, gets her own rebound, misses her shot again. That ball deflected, it ends up in the hands of Rosie Westerbeck. So 2 good chances for the Redskins. They can't score. Pranger drives, her shot off the mark. Boy, nice move by Pranger, good spin move, good defense by the Redskins to kind of come over and shut her down, and it just doesn't drop for the Wildcats.
Yeah, excellent job there, like you said, in transition, getting it down to Pranger, making a nice strong move. Fortunately, just couldn't quite get it to go.
Lindsay Reckman picks up her 3rd foul. Each team now, the next foul will be in bonus. Each team with 6 personal fouls. Hannah Schmidtmeyer out of the game right now for the Wildcats. Minster forcing the issue, and they force a turnover. Again, the turnovers continue to pile up for each team, but
that's 17. But like again,
and they're winning by 7.
And they're winning. But again, like you said, a lot of that is because of the defensive pressure that each team is putting on.
One difference is Minster has not been able to get any turnovers in transition. That was obviously like a dead ball for Loramie come back and play half-court defense. Minster's had very few wide-open looks. Fort Loramie hasn't had many. They've had just a few more than Minster. Westerbeck gets into Pranger. Pranger off the mark, and in the rebound, the Fort Loramie Redskins will foul the Wildcats. So free throws coming up for number 22, Allie Borgerding.
That foul goes against Gasson. That's her 2nd. Like
Borgerding.
you said, it'll send Borgerding to the line for 1-and-1.
20 attempts on the season, 55% shooter. First one is good. Big free throws here. This might be where Minster, if they can get to the line, which right now both teams are in the bonus, but Minster has had trouble scoring in a half-court set. If they can get some opportunities from the free throw line, it might come down to who can make the most free throws. Borgerding rattles home the second one. 3 straight points scored by Minster to open up the 4th quarter. They apply full court pressure, and a timeout will be called by Coach Siegel. She will take a full timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching girls basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Mueller Trucking is an experienced family-owned and operated company that's been in business for over 30 years. We have a full-service fleet with top-of-the-line equipment, serving many nationally recognized clients. We are currently looking for experienced, hard-working, over-the-road drivers that will secure our low 10% turnover rate. We offer great pay, great benefits, frequent home time, and flexible requested time off. Our way of saying thanks to our remarkable employees. We work with you, so you can work with us.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back. Jeff Henson here alongside me tonight is Tom Sharp. We've got a great game right now. It's the Fort Loramie Redskins up by 5. Minster scored 3 straight. Their pressure's caused Fort Loramie a little bit of problems here lately.
Yeah, coming out of this timeout, almost a turnover.
And a foul.
Scramble for the ball. We're going to have a foul. I believe it's going to go against Borgerding.
Free throws coming up for Fort Loramie. Boy, Minster wanted the turnover or the tie-up. Fort Loramie grateful for the foul. And boy, you send a very good free throw shooter. And all that, the foul will send a very good shooter in Jessica Berger to the free throw line. Berger having a great night, 19 points. Minster foul goes against Allie Borgert in her third. Free throws from Berger, bounce, and it will not drop. Strong rebound by number 22, Borgerding. So Minster, another chance here to capitalize.
A rare miss.
Reckerman shot off the mark. Westerbeck saves it, but it goes into the hands of the Redskins. Fort Loramie gets it across. A little wild possession there, and no points scored. And Fort Loramie, a 5-point lead. And a whistle against the Wildcats. That'll put the Redskins back on the free throw line. Foul goes against Rosie Westerbeck, her second foul. Olivia Quinter, 5'5" senior, averaging just under 6 points a game. Has 3 points on the night. That one no good. Back-to-back missed free throws, and Prenger runs it down. Thought I had heard a whistle.
I did too, yeah.
Diagonal pass, Berger again in the right spot. Doesn't come away with the steal, but again, Tom, does not allow Minster to get anything in transition.
Yeah, they've been hustling back. An excellent job, like you said.
And again,
getting
she's kind
back.
of playing like a safety and just able to knock the ball away. Doesn't come up with a steal, but boy, it allows the rest of her teammates to come down the court and play defense in the half-court set. Minster, the only points of this quarter have been free throws, and they've had a couple chances here where if they make a bucket, obviously they'll cut into the lead and maybe start getting some of that momentum back. But Fort Loramie's been able to defend well enough to prevent that basket from happening. Plenty of time left. We're still just about halfway through the fourth quarter. Westerbeck turns. Ran into trouble. Her shot missed. Jessica Berger with the rebound. Quinter with the basketball now. So missed opportunity for the Wildcats. Good defense by the Redskins. Minster's defense now will have to do the same. Come up with a stop. Berger shot no good. Westerbeck with the defensive rebound. Prenger's down the court. They will not quite be able to get it to her. No. Instead, settle now for Pilsman. The ball back into Prenger. Her shot off the mark, no good. And a foul against the Redskins, number 12, Olivia Quinter.
The second foul against Quinter. The 8th team foul against the Redskins.
Well, free throws are going to be a big part. Fort Loramie's missed a couple free throws here as of late. Minster has made some here, and big throws coming up for number 21. Hannah Schmidtmeyer, 5'10" senior, 75% shooter on the season. That one good, her first point of the night. Averaging just over 6 points a game. Tied for the team in rebounds with Courtney Prenger at 7 apiece. And Coach Stetschulde will take a full timeout with 3:32 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be back with more basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
NKTelco Sports, Ohio's leading sports broadcasting company, is dedicated to sports coverage, filming over 120 collegiate and high school sporting events that bring quality content and excellent sportsmanship to the big screen. Team up with us as an NKTelco sponsor and receive many benefits: commercials that will be seen by thousands of viewers, multiple name mentions, live web ads, monthly bill stuffers, and discounted network ad insertion spots. Packages are available for any budget. Contact us today.
Welcome back. An exciting 3:32 left to go in fourth quarter action. And it's been a busy time for these two schools as the Minster boys played until last night. They got beat by St. Henry. The Fort Loramie boys still in tournament action. They play tomorrow night. Right now, both girls teams are battling out. And a foul committed against the Wildcats. That pressure in the backcourt has been very aggressive here, but Fort Loramie gets a break as a foul goes against number 5, Lindsay Rechterman, her 4th. Jessica Berger back at the foul line. 9th team foul against the Wildcats. This will be the last 1-and-1 attempt for the Redskins. Berger hits it. Minster is outscored. Fort Loramie now 5-3. To start the fourth quarter. Big free throws by Berger. She now has 20 points on the night. 20 of the Fort Loramie 33 points have come from number 33. That one off the mark. Rebound tied up will favor the Wildcats. So another missed free throw for the Redskins. And as a team, the Redskins shoots free throws at 68%. Minster at 67%. Both those teams very similar on the season from the free throw line. 4-point game. Hilsman gets a screen from Schmidtmeyer.
And loses it out of bounds.
Off of her hand, and good pressure defense again. I believe it was number 23, Maddie Brandewy, in the area just to create a nuisance, and that caused a turnover.
16 turnovers now for the Wildcats.
Redskins right now, a weave offense up top. 3 minutes to go. Wildcats try to trap.
There's going to be a turnover, yes.
Well, with the Wildcats trapping, Berger saw the double team. Someone's open. But the travel first will give it back to the Wildcats as Minster trying everything they can to get something, I think, in transition. But all these turnovers they've caused have been dead ball turnovers, it seems like, where they just can't get anything to get it out and go. Hilsman looking for an avenue. Her pass into Prenger off the mark. Turnover.
And then she's going to give it right back to the Wildcats. I don't want to say it's getting sloppy here lately. A lot of it's just because of the defensive pressure. And like you kind of just motioned right there, we are getting to the closing ends, or closing minutes here of the game.
Getting a little bit tighter here. Pressure starting to set in a bit. 2-point shot off the mark by Borgerding. Offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Schmidtmeyer dumps it down to Prenger. And she is fouled. Will be on the floor. 1-on-1 opportunity. That's a 9th team foul against Fort Loramie. Minster has done a pretty good job recently from the free throw line.
That's the 4th against Fry.
She will stay into the ball game. Coyne replaces Brandewy. Prenger shot no good. Rattles around, doesn't drop. Quinter pushes the ball down the court. Gasson now with it. Just over 2 minutes to go. 4-point game.
We mentioned that earlier on during the game, Jeff, that free throws were going to be important in this ball game. Wildcats did not shoot very well their past few games from the line.
Coach Siegel will take a timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be back with 2:04 left in this contest. You're watching girls basketball on NKTelco Sports.
NKTelco is your hometown provider. We are Northwest Ohio's leading independent broadband company that brings fiber to your home. Larger competitors talk about it, but we've been delivering our fiber network for over 10 years, guaranteeing more bandwidth and services, over 80 HD channels, Echo whole home DVR, interactive channel guides, in-demand, internet-based phone systems, and local news and sports channels. Innovative, futuristic, and cost-effective.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Welcome back. Jeff Henson alongside me tonight is Tom Sharp. We've got another close game as expected, Tom. And early before the game, I thought maybe the first one to reach 40 might win. It might not even reach 40.
Yeah, it may not even reach 40. Just a little over 2 minutes to go. Redskins with that 4-point lead and the ball.
Every possession has been critical as Fort Loramie had a chance maybe to spread this game wide open.
There's going to be a 5-second violation.
Minster's battled back, but has not been able to get much closer than the amount right now. And their defense forces another Fort Loramie turnover.
Turnover number 20. Again, a lot of turnovers. Wildcats unable to capitalize on those turnovers.
Shot off the mark by Hillsman. Offensive rebound, Rectorman. Minster will reset. Minster has 3 timeouts left, so Coach Stetscholde with 3. Coach Siegel with 2 timeouts. Pull-up jumper off the mark by Borgerdine. Ball knocked out of bounds by Borgerdine. It will go over to Fort Loramie, but Minster now will set up their diamond press.
The time's starting to run out now. Minute 24.
Another turnover. Rectorman saves it, bats it into Hillsman. Schmidtmeyer, right place, right time, will bring it across the timeline for the Wildcats.
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of time. They need to do something.
They get the ball into Pringer. She turns, goes to work on the offensive glass, or move, and she is fouled.
And again now, Jeff, I really think at this point in the ball game, you're down 4. Yes, Courtney Pringer has 4 fouls, but you need to get her the ball. Or excuse me, 3 fouls. You need to get her the ball.
Yeah,
you need to start getting aggressive now. You don't have time to wait.
Well, they get her the ball. She draws a foul against Hoyne. First free throw rattles out. So the free throw bug beginning to bite a little bit here for the Wildcats. As Fort Loramie's missed some in this quarter. Minster, as of late, has missed some free throws as well. .63 seconds left. A 3-point game. Pringer with 14 points. Minster's defense, again, will try to create a turnover. And Berger with the basketball. Berger leads all scorers.
They're going to
with
keep
20.
it in their hands much as possible.
Near steal. Good hands by number 22, Allie Borgerdine.
It's going to stay with the Redskins.
Good quick hands by Allie Borgerdine. Good job by Gastineau recovering the ball as it was tipped away. Her team will keep it with 48 seconds left. 33-30. The double team's trying to get Berger. She able to dribble through it. Quinter is fouled. So fouling from behind is Allie Borgerdine. And going to the free throw line for some big free throws will be 5'5" senior Olivia Quinter. And Coach Stetscholde will take a timeout. It's a full timeout, and we'll take one with him. You're watching girls basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Is it time to upgrade your inefficient system? Then let New Knoxville Supply install new water furnace geothermal. Calculate your savings and see how you can save up to 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs. Save even more with the 30% renewable tax credit. Water furnace geothermal from New Knoxville Supply offers the safest, cleanest, and most efficient means to heat and cool your home. Call us for a free estimate and be sure to ask us about the Water Furnace Symphony app. It's all at newknoxvillesupply.com.
2 shots coming up for number 12, Olivia Quinter. Each team now with 2 timeouts left. 38 seconds left.
2 big shots, let's put it this way.
Quinter, bottom of the net, 4-point game.
2-possession ball game.
As I said, each team with 2 timeouts, so they've got a chance to stop the clock. That one no good. Schmidmeyer runs down the rebound, and she will give it up to Westerbeck.
You just need to attack the bucket.
Pranger outside, finds room, goes to the basket, left-handed shot, no good. Rebounded by the Redskins, Holly Fry, and she is fouled. Minster got another nice look. Strong move by Pranger going to the basket. Her left-handed shot doesn't drop. And fouling out of the ball game will be Lindsay Rechterman, her 5th foul. Lindsay will foul out of the game with 4 points. 5'9" junior will be replaced by Allie Borgerding. Fort Loramie got 1 free throw last trip. 2 free throws here by Fort Loramie will make it a very difficult challenge for the Wildcats. Fry's first attempt is in. It's a 5-point game. The second free throw for Fry. 21 seconds left. Rattles in, goes in, 6-point lead. Minster has made 78 three-point shots on the season. They're going to have to fire one quickly. Fort Loramie knows that's going to be very tough for them to get a shot off. 3-point shot by Borgerding, no good. Rebounded by the Redskins. And the Redskins are going to dribble out. And the Fort Loramie Redskins have defeated the Minster Wildcats tonight, 36-30. A good battle, a defensive-oriented ball game, and the Redskins prevail by 6, defeating the Minster Wildcats. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Vandalia Butler High School here on NKTelco Sports.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me, and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
Your employees are your most valuable asset. Protect them by stopping copier violence. 4U Office provides a full line of quality printers and copiers that keeps your team working efficiently and safely.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Loramie, and now New Bremen.
Welcome back here where the Fort Loramie Redskins have defeated the Minster Wildcats 36-30. With the game stats, here's Tom Sharp.
Well, thank you, Jeff. The Wildcats fall, like you said, to the Redskins 30-36. Wildcats were 12 of 35 from the field, 0 of 7 from behind the arc. Free throws, 6 of 12 from behind the charity stripe there. 23 rebounds, 17 turnovers. While the Redskins were 36 points, they were 11 of 35, 1 of 2 behind the arc, 11 of 18 from the free throw line. They had 28 rebounds, 21 turnovers. Again, a lot of turnovers. You would think that maybe a little bit closer of a game or whatever, but still, Wildcats couldn't capitalize on that.
The free throws came up big as both teams turned the ball over a lot. Minster just 6 of 12 from the line. The Redskins turned the ball over a lot, but made some crucial free throws down the stretch, and they escape as the Wildcats gave it a run at the end. Just couldn't get much closer than 3, and there were possessions by both teams, Tom, where they could either, Minster in this case, could climb back in and take the lead, or Fort Loramie could really blow it open. The defenses really neutralized each team's offense. Fort Loramie gets a few more buckets in transition, and they capitalize at the charity stripe and earn another trip to the regional finals.
You knew this game was going to be a defensive struggle, and that's exactly what it was, really. 36-30. Like you said, you thought maybe the first team would get to 40. We didn't even make it that far.
Nope. Yeah, well, we're going to, before we wrap things up here, let's go ahead and award our players of the game. First for Minster tonight. Did all she could, and they went to her a lot, and she came through with some good 13 points.
Right.
Just couldn't get as a team, they couldn't get it done.
Just couldn't quite get it done. Courtney Pranger, the player of the game there for Minster. Like you said, on the losing end, I know she probably felt frustrated a little bit. She did get in foul trouble a little bit there early in the first half, so she had to sit out a lot. But did some very valuable minutes and, carried on to next year.
Yeah, congratulations to Courtney Pranger. That sponsored by New Bremen Dairy Queen. And for the victorious Fort Loramie Redskins, as we called her name often, and she came through in the stretch for her team.
Yeah, what can you say? Jessica Berger, the player of the game for the Redskins.
Did a lot.
She was everything out there. Yeah, not only did scoring the points, but she handled the ball very well. The field
passing,
general out there,
Has some great passes,
yes.
Good defensive plays, and hit her free throws. She led all scorers tonight. Congratulations to Jessica Berger from the Subway in New Bremen. Thank you for that award. We're going to wrap things up here, and I want to thank our crew tonight. A good ball game. Unfortunately, one of these local teams has to go home. Minster ends their season 21-5. Fort Loramie extends their season. They go to 23-4. They will play here Saturday night for the regional championship at 7:30. So good luck to the Redskins. Congratulations to the Wildcats on a great season. 2 seniors playing their last game tonight for the Wildcats. Leanne Hilsman and Hannah Schmidtmeyer. Congratulations to them on a fine career, but a tough way to lose tonight is the Fort Loramie Redskins advance. Your final score, 36-30. For my partner, Tom Sharp, we hope that you enjoyed this telecast here on NKTelco Sports. Thanks for watching.